he says, don't worry. He says, pray about it. Be thankful in your prayer. Let everything be known to God. I'm almost finished. Then verse 7, watch what it says. This is the result of not worrying and going and letting God handle your problems. Verse 7, he says, and the peace of God. See, when we turn over our problems in our situations, we get the peace of God. When we get to have a mountaintop experience, we realize that we come to the knowledge of the peace of God. Then I like the next one. He said, the peace of God which passes all understanding. I love my mother, and oftentimes we're watching TV, and when something ridiculous happens on TV or something funny or something crazy, my mother will say, now that don't make no sense. See, that's the peace that God is talking about here. A peace that don't make no sense. You must understand, when you have the peace of God, people will look at you and try to figure out, how can you remain sane in the midst of your trouble? But you have the peace of God. As we go through the storms of life, you can sleep easy because we have the peace of God. When people are talking about you, when people turn their backs on you, when the job is getting hard, you can smile and hold your head up because you have the peace. I got a peace that don't make any sense. It don't make any sense because I can't really even explain it to you. It's something you have to experience. I can tell you about it, but you really won't realize it until you get to that place. Verse 6 says, don't worry about it. Pray about it. Give it to God. Be thankful about it. And then it says, and the peace of God, which passes all understanding. And this is what I really like. Shall keep your heart and your mind. This is what the peace of God gives you. It will enable you to keep your heart and your mind. Why are you not going crazy? Because I have the peace of God that's keeping my heart and my mind. Why am I able to function in the midst of my problems? Because I have the peace of God that's keeping my heart and my mind. The peace of God that doesn't make any sense is holding me together. And the peace of God, which passes all understanding, shall keep your hearts and your minds. It will keep you together. When the going gets tough, the peace of God will keep you together. When it doesn't seem like you can make it, the peace of God shall keep you together. When everything around you is being destroyed and everything around you is being turned upside down, the peace of God shall keep you together. I like in the first book of Job, Job has lost everything that he's had. But Job goes and worships God after losing all his wealth and losing his children. God goes and worships God. And the very last verse of chapter 1 of Job, it says, and in all of this, and everything that Job went through, it said, Job, sin not. What am I saying? Job had the peace of God. That even though he had lost everything that he had, the peace of God held Job together. And it kept Job to being the person that who Job already was. And it says, and the peace of God, which passes all understanding. I can't explain it, you just have to experience it. Shall keep your heart and your mind. Then I like this part. Through Christ Jesus. If you really want to experience the peace of God, you got to have Jesus. If you really want to experience the promises of God, I got to have Jesus. If you want to experience the blessings and the prosperity of God, I have to have Jesus. If I want God to keep my heart and my mind together, I have to have Mountaintop Experience. Can you leave here today saying that no matter what happens to me now, I'm not worried about it because I have the peace and the promises of God. I don't have to stress and struggle and go crazy and all this other stuff because I have the peace of God. A peace that makes no sense. I have the peace of God. Today is your day that you have your mountaintop experience. Today is the day that you can leave here knowing that no matter what goes on in my life, I can make it through. No matter how many times the winds may blow or the rain may rain or it may rain on my parade, I have the peace of God. And I can make it through because I have a peace that's keeping my heart and my mind. A peace that's keeping me together. Have you had a mountaintop experience?